Friends, good morning. Myself Mahendra Sani, faculty from Civil Engineering Department. I would like to teach you today an important topic of 6th semester of important subject wind and seismic analysis. It is a part of unit 5 in which we have studied about stone masonry buildings, the effect of earthquake on these structures we will discuss today. Seismic resistance of masonry structure. There are two types of construction: box type construction. In the box type construction, shear resistance is provided by membrane action of walls. Okay, as you will see able to see in this diagram, out of plane wall response, energy path by is shown by arrow, and diaphragm in plane wall response. Okay, and diaphragms. Four major deficiencies are there. Through by this we can say that it is not a seismic resistant structure. In plane shear strength and stiffness, especially of perforated walls. Okay, so this is a deficiency. Diaphragm shear capacity and ability to transfer forces, especially flexible roofing system. Okay, out of plane stability of walls, especially slender walls, for example gable walls. Structural integrity such that entire building behaves as one unit, undermined by lack of positive connection between components. Okay, so these are the deficiency which lie in the box type of building. So in the in plane and out plane deficiencies, failure may occur. So you are able to see the pictures of roof failure, collapse of walls supporting in one case, roof structures. Okay, means a structure which are supported towards four sides. Okay, all four sides of the and roof is supporting over them, then it may be liable to be collapse, partially collapse of truss. And truss type of structure, if you are talking about old structure is even also old structure, then roof failure are less, means partial collapsing will take place. Okay, what are the causes of roof failure? So loss of support for roof trusses and joists. Next one is collapse of roofs truss due to failure of joints or truss members. Flat arch slabs are relatively rigid and have sufficient strength and stiffness. No failure of such diaphragms. So these are the flexible diaphragms used generally in the historical structures or in the village and old scenario. Next one is planning consideration, means in which manner, in how manner you have to construct the masonry structure that we are able to protect from natural agencies, natural disasters such as earthquake. So these are the main causes of failure of structures. Vertical irregularity, means slopes are not proper, plane grounds are not available in place where vertical irregularity will take place. Plan irregularity, means irregularity means scarcity of symmetricity in a plan. Okay, adjacency of buildings. If a near about building is very weak, so it is chances to be collapse other building also. And another reason is non-parallel walls. So these are the factors, these are the causes of failure. which affect the collapse of the structure. One another cause of failure is lack of structural integrity. So if you see in the plan or in the natural picture, gable to roof, truss of wall, roof of wall, floor of wall, periphery walls to be cross wall or return walls, okay, periphery walls at corners. So lack of proper connections capable of withstanding compression and tension forces between various building components. Okay. What are the planning consideration? Planning consideration consist site conditions, means liquefaction, stability of slopes, site periods, geometric simple forms, uniform and regularity is highly desirable. Avoid concentration of mass, especially near the top in case of massive roofs. Symmetrically and compact plan forms, square rectangular footprint is desirable. No complex L shape, T shape or U plan are considered. Enough clearance between adjacent buildings, enough redundancy backup elements. Okay, so these are the masonry material which can protect we from earthquake if we use this type of standard masonry material or mixing in the construction. Masonry units, bricks and concrete blocks of good strength should be used. Use flat and angular stones. Okay, mortar mixes. What about mortar mixes? Fair construction. For fair construction, cement and sand ratio will be 1:6. Cement lime sand ratio 1:2:9. For good construction, cement sand ratio is 1:3. Cement lime sand is 1:6. Okay. For best construction, cement lime sand ratio will be 1:half ratio 4.1/2. Okay. For embedding reinforcing bars, use cement sand 1:3, mortar or 1:2:4 concrete in case of concrete. So means we should use for construction concrete in the ratio of M20 at least. Okay, M20 at least. For masonry units, crushing strength should be at least equal to 35 megapascal, and for clay bricks it varies from 20 megapascal to 140 megapascal. There are also some criteria about walls. Height of walls should be taller than 7.5 meter, should not be taller than 7.5 meter and not more than 2-story high. Okay, length of wall, total length of the wall should extend as far as possible in both horizontal direction. Okay, and buttresses across wall shall be provided if wall length is more than 3.5. Thickness of wall, if h/t ratio less than 14 for one story building, h/t less than 9 for top story multi-story building, h/t less than 20 for other stories of multi-story building. So this is all about the masonry construction from which we can protect our buildings from earthquake. Thank you.